Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 25 of Powerful. So we're back to the wave. Elephant, so amazing last week. I'm going back to elephant again. Yeah, come, lie on your back and we shall begin. Great. Have your belt handy. We're going to be using it. Or if you're choosing not to, you can always choose not to use it. So come lie on your back. And as you land on your back, just settle in. Get a sense of the whole of your body in this moment, from the soles of your feet to the palms of your hands, from your coccyx to the top of your head, the front of your body and the back. Nice. So just reach both arms up towards the ceiling and just move your arms around. So how would you warm up your arms? So maybe we'll start with a circle. So the circle, even though my hands are circling in a circle, the circle that I'm really focusing on is the clock between my shoulder blades that I'm moving. So I'm drawing the shape of a clock at the back of my shoulder blades, and then I'm going to roll in the other direction. So my arms are almost accidental. The most important bit is the shape of how my shoulder blades are connecting to the floor, how the clock is moving around the back of me. And so if we take our hands to the floor, how would we create a clock in that area like we just did without using our hands to do it? Oh, wow, that's a funky movement. So, how would you roll like there's a clock between your shoulder blades without swinging your arms in the air? My head is moving, my chest is moving, my throat is moving, my belly, my whole spine is moving with this one. Let's try it again. Hands up towards the ceiling, roll like there's a clock between your shoulder blades. So much easier. But notice how there's still the echo of that movement, which was your head is moving, your spine is moving, your throat is moving, the whole of your spine is moving. Roll in the other direction. Feel how your arms are a simple way of instructing that movement. Nice. Hands are interlocked. Slowly begin to lower your hands overhead. And as you do so, feel how your back is arching. There's a space between my lower back and the floor. And then bring your hands all the way down towards your belly and feel how your spine lands on the floor. So arms go up, allow your chest to lift, your spine to lengthen. Hands go down. Your spine seems to shorten. So as you notice that, how does that movement happen in your body? Arching and flattening. But you're not arching and you're not flattening. You're being arched and you're being flattened. Just feel that. Nice. And then drop your arms overhead and let them rest on the floor. And then walk your shoulders over towards the right. So it's like I walk my two arms over towards the right and my head and my torso. And it's like I'm really lengthening into the right side and the left side feels shorter. And I'm definitely over towards the left side of my yoga mat with my head. Nice. Come back to center. And then walk your chest over towards the right. And how does that feel? Lengthen to the left arm, left side of your chest, shortening into the right. And come back to center. So keep your arms overhead and bring your right foot to rest on top of your left knee. And then just slowly rock from side to side. And as you rock from side to side, feel the deep of your hip. So how do you warm up into this right hip as you do this? Go slowly. Movement creates movement. I teach tango on a Monday night, and so I can feel the tango in my hips right now. So interesting. I was rocking from one side to the other. Notice how the shape is different one way and the other way. Nice. Other side. Bring your left foot to rest on top of your right knee. And now rock from side to side. And as you rock, what is the sense of this? How do you feel this in your hips? How do you sense this in the two sides of your pelvis? Is this changing? Is it warming up? Is movement creating movement or not? Nice. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Keep your arms overhead and then roll deeply into your ankles. Big circles into your ankles. And then roll in the other direction. Huge circles. I'm trying to stretch the skin between my toes, the ball of my feet, my arches. Nice. And then shake out your legs. Arms overhead, legs are long. Nice. Both feet to the floor. And just pause there still with your arms overhead. Now drop both knees down towards the right. And just pause. Breathing into your belly. And then all the way back. And then drop your knees down towards the left. Pause. Breathing into your belly. And all the way back. So, without moving your torso, when you drop your knees to the right, we're doing elephant with the right arm. Yeah. Wow, look at that. And then, or maybe it's elephant with the left arm. I'm not sure. Drop your knees to the left. So something's happening. There's something happening with your shoulders in relationship to your hips that actually happens when we twist our torso as well. Now just rock your knees from side to side. And as you rock, allow movement to create movement. I'm leaning a little bit deeper to the end of my range. So as I travel down to the end, I push my hips a little bit towards the side that I'm moving towards. So if I'm dropping to the left, I push the right hip, I squeeze my bum, and I lean into the front of my pelvis. Squeeze, push, squeeze, push. It's like a pelvic tilt, the end of a pelvic tilt. So squeeze, push your pelvis towards the side your knees have traveled towards, and feel how you can sense the front of your thighs much, much deeper. Squeeze, push. Squeeze, push. Nice. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. So now your feet are really wide. Drop both knees down towards one side, and that squeeze, push here will really meet the front of your thighs. So squeeze, push, pause there. So my knees have dropped down towards the left. I think I said right, but they just do their own thing, really, my legs. So down towards the left, and I'm squeeze pushing the right hip forward towards the left. And I feel like the sense of how would I reach into my arms and create some space from my right hip all the way through my belly into my right arm. Slide your arm a little bit higher away from you, and then come back to center. Drop your knees down towards the right, and then squeeze push through the left hip so that your hips are leaning a little bit more towards the right side. And now lengthen deeply through the left arm, long along the floor. Nice, and come back. So bend your elbows so your elbows are just straight out from your shoulders. So they're just lying on the floor. The backs of your hands are on the floor. The position that this is swan or goalposts, they call it. So the backs of your hands are resting on the floor. The elbows are straight out from your shoulders and your forearms are resting down. So drop your knees to the left and then slide your right arm long and roll over onto your left side. So I'm long in the right arm, and I'm leaning and pushing, squeeze pushing through the right hip. Come land on the floor, bend your elbow so it's straight out from your shoulder. Drop your knees to the left, roll over onto your right side. Reach long through the left arm, squeeze, push through your hip. And come back, both elbows to the floor. Just travel from side to side and feel how, for me, this has like, there's like crunchy, deep sense of pressure and connection and strength into my hips, into my shoulders, into the deep of my belly. So next time you travel, whichever way you go, pause there, reaching deeply, deeply, deeply through the top arm. Even try and bring your head to the floor, fingers to the floor, slide your fingers even more. And as I slide my fingers even more, the bottom ribs have popped up off the floor. And I'm lengthening so the top arm, top rib cage is really arcing up towards the ceiling. My head's on the floor and my ribs on the floor aren't there anymore. They're floating up to facilitate that splaying or that fanning of my ribs on the top. Nice, come back. Other side. Drop your head down as you reach and let your ribs really fan up and lengthen as you reach your fingers really long and overhead. That means something really interesting. So there's these really interesting muscles called teres major and minor, just at the back of your arm where your shoulder blade and your arm meet. And this is lying directly on teres. Teres, they're really tricky, strong muscles that brace a lot. So just bring your arms long beside you, pause. Squeeze your knees up towards your chest, just rock from side to side. If you hold your shoulders up towards your ears, teres are on. If you round your shoulders forward, teres are on. Teres are just these amazing muscles. They really, yeah, they're the deep. They're like the little stabilizers between the humerus and your scapula. They create stability in the shoulder, the back of the shoulder. Nice. So roll over and come into your cat pose. So hands are on the floor, underneath your shoulders, knees are on the floor, underneath your hips. And then pull your right elbow back towards your right knee and then sweep over towards the left side with your right hand. And so my hand is low to begin with. Or maybe I reach it high. How's that when I reach high? Elbow down, around the corner. Elbow down, around the corner. And again, elbow down and around the corner. Cool. Other side. Left elbow down, around the corner. Elbow down, around the corner. Elbow down, around the corner. Nice. Just shoulder shrugs then. Just squeeze your shoulders back, push your shoulders forward. Forward, back. Forward, back. And then draw a huge circle with your shoulders. And just feel that. How do I roll deeply into my shoulders? And then in the other direction. Nice. Take your right hand, glide it under the left armpit, and bring your shoulder to the floor. Rest your head on the floor. My left hand is scaffolding, so I'm pushing my left hand really firmly into the floor, and that gives this left shoulder stability. So I'm not collapsing the left shoulder. I'm really strong in my left shoulder. And just breathe. I always wonder how to find the length in my lower back here. You know, is it drawing my belly towards my thighs? Is it creating length in the sacrum? Is it widening the two sit bones? Is it leaning to one way? Is it leaning to the other? So notice in your body, how do you create connection? For me, what my feeling is that my whole body has traveled a bit towards the left. So if I bring the left hip a little bit more back to center, suddenly I meet quite a lot on that right hip, right side of my waist, right shoulder. Yeah, so maybe that's it. Draw your left hip a little bit more back to center. Lean into that right hip, right knee. Nice. Come all the way back up. Other side. So glide the left hand under. Let your shoulder come down. And so again, yeah. So now I'm feeling again that the right hip has traveled towards the right because that's where there's ease. So now you're going to bring the right hip a little bit more back to center. And then I meet the deep of that left hip, the compression, the twist, the lengthening. I meet a little bit more in my left shoulder. So if you want to soften, bring your bum more to the right. And if you want to deepen and connect, bring your bum a little bit more towards the left. So interesting. That was cool. I love learning new bits of the movements or discovering what's happening on any given day. There's always so much to be learned or unfolded or unpacked. It's just amazing. So reach your right arm forward and drop your head down low. And I'm up in my fingertips of my right hand. I'm just really leaning my right hip back and gliding my right hand forward. Nice, other side. Reach the left arm forward. I'm dropping my head down towards the floor. And I'm leaning deeply into the left hip and reaching into the left fingers. Nice, coming up. So we've been on our knees for a while. I had planned to do elephant from your knees, but let's do elephant from standing just because our knees will be killing us. So we're just going to do pure elephant. So sweep your right arm across the front of your face. So don't turn your chest in the beginning. Just right arm across so it's like a trunk, and then bring it down, and then left arm across the front and down. And I naturally start to round and then rise so that I have this sense of things are off and then I turn them on. Things are off and then I turn them on. Now we're going to start twisting and reaching. So I'm twisting and I'm spiraling. Just feel that through the body. Nice. So you can bring your back hand to your thigh and straighten through your legs a little bit more. So there's a sense of leaning backwards as you go, or not. Nice. Come back to center. Just roll your shoulders, big circle, and then in the other direction. So grab your belt and bring your belt around your feet, just around the center arch of your feet. Stand near a wall. Sorry, go stand near a wall. Not with your belt on as you walk towards the wall. It's not the best thing. So bring your left hand towards the wall and just have your one fingertip on the wall, and then lift your right knee up. And it's going to be feeling the resistance of the belt. Maybe you remove your hand from the wall and just feel how solid your legs are. Maybe reach your arms up towards the ceiling as you pause. Nice. Foot to the floor. And bring your fingers to the floor. So try to lean your right foot out to the side. It's really not going to travel far. It's like resistance. Reach your left hand up or keep your left fingers on the wall and just feel what's on. Like my waist on the right is on, my bum, my thigh, my standing leg. And release. Nice. Try and bring your straight leg forward like you're trying to kick something. Try and bring your leg forward, feel the resistance. Fingers on the wall, maybe not. Wow. And then try and bring your foot back. Whoop, I lost the belt. So how do we keep the belt? So maybe bring your belt around your heel. Try and bring your belt back. There you go. Back in my thigh, deep in my belly. Cool. Great. Bring your right hand to the wall. One finger on the wall, lift your left knee up. Maybe take your hands off the wall. For me, as soon as I include the belt, I get really stable and solid. It's like my muscles engage in a very particular way. Nice. Foot to the floor. Nice. Bring your foot out to the side. Maybe wall, maybe not. So I'm trying to really pause with my foot out to the side, noticing the engagement through my waist, my legs, my bum. Great. Foot goes forward. Try and kick forward with that foot. Feel how the front of your thigh is really engaged when you do that. All right. Bring the belt around your heel and bring your leg back. Now my back of my thigh and my bum are engaging. And release. Nice. Back to the first side, last one. So left hand to the wall, try and lift your right knee up. And then walk your chest away from that right leg. So you're turning towards the wall. Drop your right arm down and then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then maybe lift your left hand off the wall. So we're balancing towards the wall. Maybe your left hand is still touching, maybe not. Pause. Nice. Do the same thing, but with the other foot. So stay with your left hand on the wall, lift your right knee up, turn towards the wall, and then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Maybe take your fingers off the wall. Nice. Other side. So turn, right hand on the wall, lift your left knee up. So my right hand's on the wall, my left knee is lifted. Turn towards the wall and reach your left arm up. Maybe your fingers are off the wall, maybe not. See what's right for you. Keep lifting that left knee as high as you can. Nice. Lowering down. Other leg. Lift the right leg up. Fingers are on the wall. Right fingers on the wall. Draw your left arm up. Pause. Super. Come land on the floor all the way down and just rock your knees from side to side. Pausing. Deepening. Nice. Maybe bring the soles of your feet together. Maybe bring your knees apart. See what feels right in your body this morning. How wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. It's very nice. Very so have a great day. I was thinking about it this morning as I was out walking, that doing 20 minutes of yoga every day is such an anchor in my life. I love it because I'm like, great, awesome. I've connected, I've moved, I've created, I've moved into places that I wasn't expecting, I've met things that I hadn't planned. There's something really beautiful about doing 20 minutes of yoga a day. As somebody was saying yesterday, that one of the reasons why they love doing yoga with me is that they have no idea what I'm going to do next. And it's always that thing where I don't either. It's kind of a created, unfolding moment that we share together. So thanks for being here. Really is very cool. And Nourish starts the 1st of November. So we still have another few days of powerful. And thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Be well. I'll see you tomorrow. Another awesome day of powerful. I'll see you then. Ciao.